Nathan has $650 right now, and absolutely nobody in his life knows it. Not one single person. No fireworks arrived, only a boring email with no warning at all. He was standing in a hardware store, deciding between two plumbing fittings, when it happened. 11 quiet years led here. But this story does not start with money. It starts with a jammed vending machine. Everyone else was chasing things that looked like wealth, while Nathan quietly became it. Nobody noticed the difference. 1. The invisible millions. One afternoon, the machine outside his office jammed, and instead of walking away, Nathan stopped. He asked who owned it. 40 minutes of searching later, he found a small operator running a dozen machines quietly. Each machine cleared $40 to $120 a month, after every single cost. The math did something to him. Nathan found the number sitting quietly on his screen, while the rest of his apartment stayed silent. That number changed something inside. 25 machines run right could bring in thousands every month, whether he showed up or not. What hooked him wasn't the money. It was the architecture, a machine that paid him constantly. Nobody clapped. Nobody knew. 2. The architecture of boring businesses. Nathan spent $900 on a used machine, placed inside a busy dental office lobby. The first month it netted only $190, after every single expense. His coworker made more overtime. But Nathan wasn't staring at the number. He was staring at what that number proved. So he added a second machine, then a third, and started watching laundromats the exact same way. Not as a customer anymore. 3. Scaling the unglamorous portfolio. The previous owner ran everything from a flip phone and a spiral notebook. Nothing digital at all. The books were a total mess. A single coin laundromat could generate $60,000 to $200,000 a year in revenue. People always need clean clothes. And that need never disappears during a recession. The need simply keeps going. Nathan bought his first laundromat for $47,000 from a retiring owner nearby. It netted $38,000 that first year, and Nathan didn't celebrate for a second. He used it as leverage. He used it as a down payment on the next one, then the next, then another. 4. The logic of resilience. His accountant, Rosalind, has managed small business books for 19 years, and she never impresses easily. She had seen sloppy LTS and chaotic sole proprietors, but never anything built this deliberately boring. She read the folder slowly. She finally said it was the most deliberately uninteresting portfolio she had ever seen in her life. Nathan took it as the highest compliment he had ever received from anyone in years. That was exactly the plan. 4 laundromats across 2 states pulled in $290,000 a year, netting far less. 2 parking lots bought at quiet tax auctions added another $58,000 every year. Each of those parking lots had cost $30,000, $10,000, $44,000 at auction. Nobody else showed up. 3 roadside billboards paid him rent for the land alone, nothing else, every single month. The cleaning company served 12 contracted clients, including 2 school districts and a busy medical clinic. Thin margins, steady money. No app could replace any of it. Parking, laundry, clean buildings, roadside advertising, none of it depends on trends or attention. 5. The social cost of visibility. At a networking event, a man named Preston talked loudly about his portfolio in an expensive shirt. Preston drove a matte gray Range Rover with a custom wrap, talking about himself loudly. He was performing for the room. Nathan drove a cracked Honda. Nathan wore a fleece from a sporting goods store and a watch that only told time. Nothing about him stood out. When Preston asked what Nathan did, Nathan simply said he owned a few small laundromats. Preston smiled politely and turned away, already sorting Nathan as unremarkable and forgettable. That dismissal was worth everything. The moment someone underestimates you, they stop watching you, and then you can do anything. If a plan like this makes you rethink what real wealth actually looks like, hit like right now. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next, and tell me in the comments, would you have sent Tyler the money or made him earn it his own way? 6. Stealth wealth as defense. Staying ordinary wasn't modesty for Nathan, it was armor he put on every single morning. The Honda drew zero attention. His paid-off house looked like a small business owner doing okay, and nobody corrected that. The average new car now costs near $48,000, with monthly payments over $700. Nathan paid cash years ago. The moment people know what you have, they start relating to the money instead of you. Once people sense real money, cousins call out of nowhere, and strangers pitch business ideas constantly. Money changes a room instantly. 7. The burden of secret abundance. Nathan's closest friend, Tyler, had been building a food truck business for over 2 years. Tyler had been at Nathan's mother's funeral and called just to check in most Wednesdays. That kind of friendship is rare. Then Tyler called on Wednesday. Tyler needed $85,000 to lease a storefront near downtown for his expansion. Nathan could have sent that money instantly without feeling it, without even thinking twice about it. But Nathan didn't send it. He knew money handed too early often makes existing problems worse instead of solving anything real. So Nathan sat with Tyler for 4 Saturdays, going through his numbers, his lease, his blind spots. Tyler found the money himself. Tyler qualified for a small business loan and a city grant, and signed the lease without help. He called Nathan the night he got the keys, crying a little from relief and pride. Nathan never mentioned the check. That silence wasn't modesty either. It was understanding what Tyler's story actually needed to become. Loving someone while watching them struggle, when you could fix it in seconds, never gets easier. That weight has no clean name. 8. The moment in the plumbing aisle. The Q3 email landed on a Thursday morning while Nathan stood in a hardware store aisle. He was holding drain cleaner. The subject line read Q3, Portfolio Summary. Final, from Rosalind, exactly like every other quarter. He opened it, read the number twice, and realized his net worth had crossed $650 million. A forklift beeped somewhere nearby. The forklift kept reversing, slow and steady, indifferent to the number in his hand. Life just kept moving forward. Nobody in that store knew. Nobody looked at him twice. Nothing in the air changed at all. He replied to Rosalind with 3 words. Thanks, looks right, then picked the drain cleaner back up. He paid for it in cash. 11 years earlier, he had netted $190 and felt something that wasn't quite pride. Sitting in his car now, he felt exactly the same thing, just with a lot more zeros. It was never about the number. It was about the architecture, a system running exactly the way he built it to run. Tomorrow the laundromat opens at 6, Tyler's truck will have a line, and nothing outside will change. Rosalind would already be preparing questions about next quarter's projections before Nathan even got home. The routine never really stops. Nothing about the outside of his life had changed in the last 40 minutes, and nothing would tomorrow. Nobody will ever know this. He'll watch someone spend money just to look wealthy, and wonder what he's actually building, and for whom.